Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rahak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the house of David, the elect, those men that are putting their hand towards that plow and hoping that the 1/3 believe in their words. All right. So, who the word ignorantly calls God and who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ is about to come and do away with all of the wickedness that be done in the world. Okay, because we're living in a Babylonian system of witchcraft. Okay, all of the things that they do are witchcraft. They're following after Babylonian customs, Egyptian customs. The phallic symbols that they have, the propaganda through TV and social media that they use, the false things that they tell you about moon landings and what's happening in outer space, the lies they try to create, their cinema, their Hollywood. Of course everybody likes a good movie, but hey man, that Hollywood is a propaganda, man. It's witchcraft. They use it for many purposes. Okay, so don't just think it's just to put out a good movie. It's to program the minds of the people. Okay, their false flag murders and shootings and killings, their destructive 911. All of these things are their education system. The way they raise citizens and want you to live the American dream, their prison system. It's all witchcraft. It's all founded on witchcraft. All right, so this is another reason, even spiritually, this place is witchcraft. But my point is to go into individuals who study, who go after witchcraft. All right, this is Exodus 22:18. It says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." All right. So in olden times, a witch would have been, let me get that in Hebrew. A witch would have been put to death. Okay, because it's not wise. That's why, and I'm not going to go into that story. Let's see. Kashap is how you say witch. To practice witchcraft or sorcery, use witchcraft, sorcerer, sorceress. Properly to whisper a spell, to enchant or practice magic. All right, so they got the magic, and they even have like magic shows and things like that. And they try to show you, it's the illusion of the hands. That's what they're doing in America. They're showing you one hand while they're doing an illusion with the other. Okay, and so the illusion is that America is going to last forever. Okay, according to Psalms 49:11, you think your houses are going to continue it forever. Okay, but that's witchcraft, man. Because this place, it says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." So as a country based on witchcraft, it's not going to be suffered to live by the wrath of who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And so those thermonuclear missiles are going to destroy this place. But okay, now of course everybody is familiar with the let me see, First Chronicles 33, with the story of Solomon when he went to Endor. Okay, Solomon went to Endor to meet the psychic, the soothsayer, Salakia, to see the soothsayer. But nonetheless, everybody knows, most brothers know that story, and about how the witch was put out of the land, but Solomon, Saul went to the witch at Endor, to revive up Samuel. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to this verse. This is a slightly different story. All right, so this is Second Chronicles 33. I'm just gonna read a little bit so we can get some edification on it. It says, Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 50 and 5 years in Jerusalem. All right, so he was a young dude. And there was a lot of young kings through the times of Kings and Chronicles. But all right, let's see. You had evil rulers and you had wicked rulers. Let's see what type of ruler Manasseh was. It says, "But did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh, like unto the abominations of the heathen." All right, so he was probably doing, celebrating Christmas, having orgies. He was probably doing all like setting up groves, all of that kind of stuff. It says, "Whom the Lord had cast out before the children of Israel." All right, so he says, he cast the Lord cast out all the abominations of the heathen. All right, because you might have had a king before him that was doing righteousness. Okay, let me just see if I can. The previous verse might get the king who was in here. Oh, was this after Hezekiah? Salak. Yeah, okay, this was, yeah, kind of. It says, this is Second Chronicles 32 and 33. It says, and Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the chiefest of the sepulchres of the sons of David, and all Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem did honor him at his death, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead. All right, so Hezekiah did many. He was righteous in the name of the Lord. All right, but his son did wickedness. All right, this is verse 3 tells you that, Second Chronicles 33 and 3. For he built again the high places which Hezekiah his father had broken down, and he reared up altars for Balaam, and made groves, and worshiped all the hosts of the heaven, and served them. So he was out here worshiping the sun, the moon, setting up groves, doing wickedness in the forest, sacrificing. He was doing many of those wicked things, all right? And it says, also he built altars in the house of the Lord, whereof the Lord had said, in Jerusalem shall my name be forever. Just wicked, man. And built altars for all the hosts of heaven in the two courts of the house of the Lord. In the Lord's house he did wickedness. And so that's what our people are doing spiritually now, man. You know, they're even, like IUIC, and I'm not trying to name them guys, but selling shoes for filthy lucre, man. You supposed to be saying you coming in the name of the Lord, even though they're not. But they're promoting wickedness, all right? He says his name of the Lord is going to be on, his name is going to be on us, the elect, Lord willing, with those men. All right, it says, verse 6, and he caused his children to pass through the fire and the valley of the son of Hinnom. Also he observed times, and used enchantments, and used witchcraft, and dealt with the familiar spirit, and with wizards. He wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. All right, so when you pass somebody through the fire, you do enchantments, and I speak this because I was in a fraternity before, and we had to do this ceremony, which was be so-called passing through the fire. All right, Lord willing, he brought me up out of that, and I'd rather go through the Lord's fire any day than go through Balaam's or wicked fire, man. All right, so Tawadi Yahweh Shem Yahshua for having mercy on me. But anyway, it says he passes children through the fire. Also, he observed times and used enchantments. So he's using magic, he's using voodoo and witchcraft. So that voodoo and Santeria stuff, that's all wickedness, man. And used witchcraft and dealt with the familiar spirits. So he dealt with the psychic, somebody could tell him his fortune and all that stuff. And with wizards, men and women out there just being wicked. All types of witchcraft and magic. He wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua was upset at this King Manasseh for what he did. All right, so using witchcraft. Okay, so it says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And actually, let me see if I can find his death. Let me just scroll down. It says, verse 18, now the rest of the acts of Manasseh and his prayer unto the Most High, and the words of the seers that spoke to him in the name of the Lord, power of Israel, are they not written in the book of the king of Israel? So, let's see. Okay, something might have happened to Manasseh where he came back to the Lord. It says, verse 9, so Manasseh made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to err and to do worse than the heathen, whom the Lord Israel destroyed before the children of Israel. It says, verse 11, I'll start at 10, and the Lord spake to Manasseh and to